Hi everyone, this is Master Matt, and today we have a bit of an interesting video. Today we're going to go through one of our own forms, Joong Do In, and I'm going to break down and explain each of the steps and each of the techniques that we do, and I'm going to tell you what they're used for to hopefully give you an idea of the why behind our techniques instead of just the what. A lot of times we just practice what we're told and we do a mirror image of what the instructor says, but I'm hopefully going to give you guys a more in-depth explanation as to what you're doing in this form. I'm not going to recommend this video for you to follow along with. This is more informational. I already do have a video of Joong Do In where I just walk through the form and I don't explain anything, but it's at one angle and it's better for you to follow along with, and I'm going to link that in the description below. So we're going to go ahead and take a deep dive into our form. I'm going to try to keep the camera in front of me and adjust the angles as necessary. It'd be nice to have a camera person, but we're going to make it work. I hope you learned something, and let's go ahead and get started. So from our chariot position, we're going to start our 준비 off by walking through the Hapkido breathing. So I'm going to lift my hands, fingers together slowly as I inhale, and when I get to my eye level, I'm going to shoot up, palms out as I exhale, lowering down and back around. Then I'm going to open my legs into my 준비 stance. So number one, I have an attack to my left leg, so I'm going to fold my left arm, turn to a left to front stance, low block to the leg, and then I'm going to counter with a punch and kia. So that combo is going to be together as I turn. Number two, I'm going to start with a front kick, and then as I'm landing, I'm going to fold my arms, and then I have an attack to my right side, so I'm going to middle block with the right hand, and then again counter with the punch. Number three, I'm going to start by folding my right arm, and I'm going to begin to turn with my right leg coming around into another right front stance. Again, low block with the right hand, and then counter with punch. So you want those techniques together. Okay, number four, again, I'm going to start with the left front kick, and then as I land, I have an attack to the left side of my body, so I'm going to left, middle block, counter with punch. Number five, I'm going to fold my hands with my left on top, turning with the left leg towards the front, left low block, right punch. Number six, I'm going to be doing a reinforced block. So I'm going to make a circle, starting with the right hand out, and then the left hand is going to come around. And as I'm doing that, I'm sliding my back leg in, so a punch is coming towards me. I'm blocking the punch, starting with my left hand in a left middle block position, and that's about when my legs are going to be together. And then I'm going to finish the block with my right hand as a high block and a punch. So again, those two blocks are coming to the same punch. So I'm blocking sideways one and then up with two. That's going to reinforce our block. So from our number five, we're folding in, high block, and then finish with the punch. Okay? Number seven and number eight are a combination. So number seven, I'm going to slide in, and then as if I'm being grabbed to the neck or to the clothing at the chest, I'm going to bring my arms in for number eight, and then I'm going to step in, and then I'm going to double block outwards and up. Okay, so again, like hands are on my neck or throat as I'm coming from number six. I'd be on this side. So I'm coming in, and then I am blocking as I finish my step with my left leg up. And now number nine, I'm reaching to my attacker behind the head or body, and I'm going to execute knee strike and kia, and then I'm going to fold, land together, step to another attacker to the left, and execute a knife hand block to the side. I'm in a horse stance. Number 10, folding to the right, sliding my feet together, strike again to the right side. Number 11, I'm sliding my feet in, and then I'm going to have an attack coming to the top of my head. So what I'm doing is I'm blocking up. So I'm blocking with both hands and removing the attack, and then I'm bringing my hands around and up to gather my energy into double palm heels to the chest. So that motion comes in, up, and forward. Number 12, I'm going to do two blocks. So I'm going to come around with my right hand, blocking in front, and then my left hand's going to block again, the same attack, grabbing the attack, and I'm going to bring my right leg forward. As I continue that grab towards the back, I'm going to turn it into, say there's another attack coming towards me from the back. I'm going to turn that left hand into a left middle block as I step back with my right leg into a back stance. So I'm turning that left block and grab from the front side into a left middle block to another attack on the back side. Okay, and my right leg is back in a back stance. Number 13, so let's say that attack was here, a punch towards me. I'm going to grab that punch. I'm going to step forward with my right leg, and I'm going to remove this attacker by pulling past my body. Okay, so I'm going to pull to my hip and remove the attacker, lift my left leg, and I'm going to have another attacker here. I'm going to do a left side kick and a left punch at the same time, and then I'm going to land forward, and then I have two attacks coming this way. So like number 12, I'm going to block circular with my right hand, block the second attack with my left, and I'm going to lift my right leg once again as I turn back towards the front. I'm holding this block with my left hand. I'm going to step back with my right leg, so I'll be in a left front stance, and I'm executing a right throat strike and kia. So as I'm turning, I'm holding this block, and at the same time I drop, execute my throat strike. Okay, so number 14, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do three things. I'm going to block, or I'm going to cross my arms with my right hand on top. I'm going to look my head to the right because that's where I'm heading, and I'm going to twist my hips towards the left into a low stance with my back leg bent as well. So what I'm doing at the same time is this is a slow motion technique. So I have an attack coming towards me from the front. So I'm going to drop into my stance, look towards the right, and I have this right hand up because I'm going to slowly block this attack in front of me and bring it across my body with a grab. So this technique is going to take 5 seconds when you're doing the form. And when I reach the opposite side, I'm going to complete the grab, and then I'm twisting and doing two punches. Okay, so I want those hips to be a part of that technique. So I wanted this first punch to happen as I turn the hips. So for number 15, I'm going to start with a left side front kick, and then I'm going to land and immediately I have another attacker. I'm going to go into another hapkido block with circular motion with my left hand coming up. So if you remember left leg kicks, left hand blocks. So I'm blocking this technique, coming around me, and I'm moving past the technique in a circle, and I'm stepping into a cross stance, and then I'm ridding the attack, reaching under, and then I have another opponent here, so I'm reaching under, grabbing the clothing, and I'm pulling them into a knife hand strike. So with my right hand, knife hand strike. So following that kick, I'm moving quick into that knife hand strike. So number 16, I'm going to look towards my left as I step with my left leg into a left front stance. And if you remember that reinforced block from number 6, we're going to do the same thing with the other hand. So my right hand from back here is going to come across, blocking a technique coming towards me. I'm doing a middle block across the face, and then I'm going to follow by reinforcing it with the left hand in a high block. So those two techniques together, and then finish with punch. So all that happens from this turning. Okay, number 17, I'm going to twist my hips, and we're going to do a mirror image of number 14. I'm going to twist my hips with my left hand crossing over the right hand, and I'm going to keep my head facing in this direction. So I'm twisting, bending this left knee as I bring my left hand across in a 5-second motion, grabbing the attack, and then as I twist my hips and grab, 2 punches. So remember to put this hip into the punch. So number 18 is a mirror of number 15. So my right leg, front kick, and then I'm going to land with a right hand high block in a circle, move past the attack, stepping into a cross stance with the right leg behind, grabbing with the right hand, pulling into a left hand knife hand strike. So again, that motion's quick. When I come out of this kick, I twist into my knife hand strike. Okay, so number 19, I'm going to look towards my right, and I'm going to step with my right leg into a right front stance, and we have our friend, the reinforced block once again, leading with the left hand in a middle block. So you have that attack coming, blocking it across, and then reinforcing with the right hand into a high block. So make sure those blocks cross over each other and finish with your punch. Number 20, I'm going to fold my arms in a circular motion as I move my left leg behind me, and I'm going to step back into a back stance. I'm doing what's called a double middle knife hand block. So I have my right hand blocking out in front at an angle, and I have my left hand blocking across my chest. So if you notice your typical sparring stance, guarding stance, this is what it's based off of, is this traditional double middle knife hand block. So number 19, I'm stepping backwards, back stance, double middle knife hand block. Okay, so 21, I'm going to go ahead and do a circle roll, leading with my right arm forward, and then coming up on my knee here, because I have an attacker on the ground right in front of me. So what I'm going to do is, say he's attacking up with his arms towards me, I'm going to block with my right hand, moving those hands away, block with the left hand, moving those hands away, and then finish with a back fist towards the face. So the block is a quick circular motion. So it's 1, 2, 3, right as soon as I come up out of that roll. So the roll is so I can close the distance and then be able to block from a close range. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to bring my arm in a circle, my right arm, and I'm going to control, just holding a block here as I just sit back slightly. This hand's just serving as a block for whatever's coming next. Okay, so number 22, I'm going to look over my left shoulder, and I'm going to fold with my right hand on top as I stand up, and then I'm going to take my right leg and throw it, begin a jump, landing, and then land back with my left leg. So I'm going to be on the left leg back stance, right hand fold. I'm going to drop into a double middle knife hand block once again with the right hand in front, left hand on the stomach. So that turn that I'm doing is to get into my defensive stance. So I'm up, jump, drop into my stance, hold here, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish with a punch, but I don't want to punch across my body in this stance. So I'm going to twist my hips, and then I'm going to drop my knee, not to a kneeling position, but just to a half kneeling position, blocking the right side of my head with my right hand, and I'm just going to kneel into that punch and kiap. So from this stance, that last motion, I'm going to hold that, and that finishes the form. So the way we're going to finish is the way we started, by bringing our legs together, bring our hands in front into that hapkido breathing motion as we raise up past our eyes. Exhale on the way up and back down and back around, grabbing, opening into our zumbi stance, and then we're going to finish there. I hope this breakdown helped you learn the form a little bit better. The idea is I want you to understand not just what you're doing, but why you're doing it. I remember when I was younger doing forms, I didn't always understand the techniques behind them. I was just doing what I was told and moving my hands because I knew you're supposed to put your hand in this position, but I didn't really get why. So I hope I can convey these ideas to you and really give you the big picture and really the story of what this form is, because forms are telling a story, and each movement has a meaning, and each technique is for a reason. So I hope you can visualize the form a little better now. I know for me, it's a lot better when I can visualize the techniques that I'm doing against an imaginary attack. A form is a choreographed fight, even though there's no fight that's going to go quite like this in this many directions and these slow motions and things like that. But that's not what it's about. It's about perfecting our techniques, but it's good to know what we're doing, where it's going, and why it's going there. As always, if you have any questions, you can let me know. Thank you for watching, and keep training.